Good day, everyone. My name is Dan of SharpTrade.com. With this video and article that accompanies the video, we would like to begin a brand new series here at SharpTrade.com for free, educational series. Many times I'm asked, how do you find those stocks that you keep investing in? How is it that you're finding that? Well, when it comes to my particular approach to longer-term investing, all of us here at Sharp Trade have long said that when you look at holding a company for a longer period of time, you begin to sort of move into the aspect of, well, ownership in a company. And common stock, not all stock, but most stock out there, carries with it voting rights in the direction of that company, depending, of course, on how many shares you have and the type of stock, common stock that you have. But you do begin to get into that aspect of long-term ownership of a company. So when we begin to discuss either how I find stocks, and actually we're not going to talk about strategies, so I'm not going to talk about my strategy in this series. But our point is that when you get into the ownership of the company, technical analysis, while excellent for trading, and you can make a ton of money trading, technical analysis doesn't tell you anything about the fundamental structure of that company. What technical analysis does is it tells you what the current, not future, but current mood of the market is, the auction, the current auction for that company. And the sentiment and the feel of the auction based on that company. But it doesn't tell you the fundamental structure of that company. In other words, what we're trying to say is it tells you nothing about the cash coming into the till every day. You can look at a chart of Union Pacific, but what's the cash, right, the money, what's the cash that they bring in through different type of haulings, on their volumes? How much money are they actually bringing in? The technical analysis of the chart does not tell you that. You can use technical analysis. I use technical looks at charts. I do for measuring short-term inefficiencies and flow and stuff like that, and trying to catch moves, right? For entrances and exits, very short-term. But again, we're talking about longer-term stuff here. And stocks have been around for so long that there have arisen a multitude of ways of measuring or having metrics to measure fundamentally how is this company doing. So sometimes ones will ask me, Dan, getting back, how do you find these companies that you invested in? And it would require that I start using terms that people may not be familiar with. I look into this sector, and when you compare the price book, and then, and I'm going to be mentioning things like price book or payout ratios and stuff like that, they get, well, I don't know what you mean. Where's the trend line? And it's like, that's not how I do the longer term stuff. And I start using terms that they may not be familiar with. So this video and this series is going to attempt to take each one of those terms, like price book or different aspects, different metrics, fundamental metrics of stocks or equities, and discuss them. Explain what they are. We're going to try and do so very, very simply, so that there will be a complete reference and list, either through articles or videos, of what each one of these terms actually means. So again, we're not getting into strategies, but that way when we talk about Sharp Trade, the income statement of a particular company, ones will know what we're talking about, or they can come to an article and reference it, or PEs, or the sector PE, or, just, there are a multitude of metrics, right? I could sit here and go through all of them right now, but that's why we have these series where we'll be taking them bit by bit, and each one as they come, and explaining them. So welcome to the series from Sharp Trade and presented by Sharp Trade of stock or equity fundamental metrics. As always, stay safe, trade well, and remember that love doesn't cost a dime.